Hey, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Let me get things up and running here. Current blood sugar, it says it's 7.5. Did a finger poke and it came out at 7.8. So we're doing pretty good. I just calibrated, so we see I've got 12 hours till I need my next calibration. My basal rates are in pink. My correction values are the blue ones. That's the one that the pump automatically corrects. Down at the bottom, there is the white line. Now, compared to the night before, I'm all confused. This is a lot better. This is stable. My blood sugars the other night were all over the place. Within range, but still all within everything. Now, let's see how I did. 6% above and 4. These two numbers we have to work on. Every 1% counts for 6 minutes. So for an hour and a half, I was above 10. And for about an hour, I was below. This number's up a bit. This number's starting to creep up a bit. And I start to do weird things where my blood sugar can go through the roof. So we'll have to keep an eye on this and try to make things better today. You can only do things each and every blood sugar. That's all you can do. Today, I want to talk to you about, do I look like a diabetic or a T1D? I'll be right back. This channel is provided for informational purposes only. Contact your physician for any diagnostic or treatment plan. For over many years, I have had issues with my blood sugars. I've had highs, I've had lows, but I would end up in the hospital, and I would end up in Royal Columbian, and they'd wheel me in, and I'd have my IV bag with my dextrose in it, and I go in there, and they say, oh, he had a low blood sugar, and when I came more with it and conscious, the doctor finally came in and saw me. And at this one time, and he said, oh, well, I just don't think you need to be on insulin. And, here I'm going, what? What are you talking about? And I said, I'm a type 1 diabetic. And he said, no, you're not. You're a type 2. And I said, no, I'm pretty sure I am type 1. And he said, well, we'll just see about that. And he ordered a C-peptide test. I had to stay in. It was the weekend. It was a long thing. The C-peptide test comes back, and that's where I believe, and don't quote me exact, ask your doctor, is when your body produces insulin, a protein breaks off when your body utilizes the insulin. That's called C-peptide. And if that's in your system, you're producing insulin. Guess what? I became a type 1. I didn't become a type 1 then, I was a type 1. He fell into what an awful lot of lay people do. They take a look at a person, his age, his size. Oh, he's a type 1, or he's a type 2, sorry. And therefore, he can be treated with oral. Because look at what he's having all these problems. He held off my insulin, and I started to show the usual signs. I would be drinking, I'd ask for water left. They said, I need insulin. And he said, no. And I was really contemplating, getting out of that hospital and going home just so I could take insulin. But luckily, it was my endo on call. And he came in and he said, nope, insulin. But people seem to think that a type 1 diabetic is a young person, usually in their early teens, if that, and they're thin. I tend to believe what science and my doctors have been telling me. Yes, there's mistakes, but it seems to, just because you see something that doesn't fit in the mold, we are not all the same. And sometimes you need to know your body and you need to move along. Now, if I would go into a hospital, I would know for a fact I'm a T1D. I know I've gone into DKA. I know that trying to be put on to oral medications does not work. Now, currently I'm on Ozempic, hopefully for some of the weight. But I've been on metformin. I've had different type 2 diabetes drugs, but I'm not a type 2. And so often we tend to, again, be classified. You don't fit the criteria, or doctors who are trying to control your blood sugars will Just look for an answer there. And that's all the answer is. If you're high, if you're low, but you need to fit into that mold. I recently saw this when I was in with my DKA. My blood sugars weren't following the protocol. And oh, you need to go on shots. And I kept telling him, if I go on shots, there'll be more of an issue. Contact my endo. I even went so far as calling my pump people and saying, I need a new pump. Just to prove them wrong. I know myself. But this doctor was totally disagreeable. I got transferred back to my hospital here and was told, oh yeah, you're type 1. Oh yeah, okay. And I started settling down. My blood sugars started coming down. And to now you take a look at it and you say, yeah, he's great. But again, not accepting the pigeonhole. Every T1D is different. No treatment plan should be used for you versus someone else. We are all different, and our treatment plan should reflect that. We all have different lifestyles. We all have different diets. And this all plays a role. Our bodies require a different amount of insulin. So when we ask the question, do I look like a T1D? Yes, I look like a T1D because I'm me and that's it. Take care. And we'll talk again soon. Bye now. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing. Thank you. My email is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com.